Many of us are using God, religion, the church as a crutch. We're looking outside of ourselves to sense the presence of God, to hear the voice of God, creator, source, whatever you may call God. That's a crutch. It's never intended to replace our individual responsibility to find the divine within ourselves. Every human being is born with an innate ability to know God, to sense God, to hear from God. You don't need a prophet, an apostle, a preacher, a pastor to tell you what God is saying. You have the capacity within yourself to know for yourself, to worship yourself. Worship does not require a building, an edifice, a choir, a praise team, an instrument. All it requires is you to understand who you are and understand that you and God are at one, in unity. I know religion teaches us that we are dirty, filthy rags and don't have the right to approach God. But if you really listen to the words that Jesus taught, he never taught that. Any of the great spiritual leaders have taught us that we can be at unity with God, that we're in fact friends of God, that we have the ability to connect with God in and of ourselves. Stop using religion as an excuse not to take action because you're waiting to hear from something that will never come. It takes courage to steel yourself enough to contemplate, to meditate, to quiet the noise, to become current and alive in the present moment, because this is the only moment that exists. You can do it yourself. You don't need a nursemaid. You have the capacity. Everything you need is within you. I dare you to be courageous enough to disconnect from sources you've used to replace your individual relationship with source.